Good afternoon and welcome to the Perkins Garage's YouTube channel for a Ford Fiesta Active X walk around video. But before we get started, if you do enjoy our content, hit on the subscribe button and never miss a minute of our content ever again. So this here is an Agate Black Ford Fiesta Active X MHEV, and an MHEV is a mild hybrid electrical vehicle. So what that means for you is there's no plugging in, there's no waiting for it to charge. You simply jump in it, drive it like a normal vehicle and get some very good MPG out the back of it. So this vehicle has the 1 litre EcoBoost engine providing 125 PS of power. That 125 PS of power is transmitted through the front wheels through a 7-speed power shift automatic gearbox. The vehicle is registered on a 2023 registration, meaning we'll take Ford warranty with us till March 2026. This vehicle is extremely low mileage and only done 120 miles, but I'll get the exact number once we're on the dash in a moment. So sit tight and let me walk you around this lovely Ford Fiesta Active X. So the first thing we do, like always, is get the remote central locking key out of my pocket, give you a good look at that, and click on the unlock button, and that wakes up the indicators. Inside those lamps also, they're not currently on because I believe the ignition's been switched to off when you do the key, but you can wake up the daytime runners with the key as well, and the daytime running lamps inside those headlights will give you the ultimate visibility no matter the lighting conditions, so they'll be constantly on when the engine is running. Inside those large headlights are the Ford LED headlights there. Ooh, Ford LED. So they're going to give you some really nice visibility. Back down to the bumper, and we have that nice little dull bit in there. That is for the driver assistance pack. We're going to start to move our way around the bumper until we come to the offside front wheel, where we have the beautiful 5-spoke machine cut alloy wheels. So you can see the silver shiny face at the front with the gloss black just behind, and they even have the silver painted brake calipers. So these are 18 inches in diameter, and they are also fitted with the Continental Contact 6 tyres as standard. And again, only doing 120 miles of work, they are as good as new. Moving upwards quickly, we have active badging on the front wings there. Looking inside the windscreen, we have some sensors to talk about. So that one there is a light sensor. Ready for hand movements, everybody? Ready? The sun will come down, the moon will come up, and your lights will come on. Sensors don't stop there, because in the windscreen we have 3 more. The bottom one is for the traffic speed sign recognition camera. Then we have one there for the rain sensing wipers, and also for the auto high beam. Being the Active, we do have the black painted roof rails as well. So if a roof box was in your mandate, easily achievable. Back down to the vehicle now. So we have on the door handle, we have the 4 lines. That tells me we've got keyless entry. So if I lock the vehicle on the key like so, and go to half zoom, and just demonstrate quickly, you might be able to see the indicator flash. So a tap behind the door handle will unlock the vehicle, and a tap on the door handle will then lock the vehicle. It's a nice system if you maybe have a child in one hand and shopping in the other, you need to get into the vehicle nice and easily. Keyless entry is the answer. That is complemented as well with the keyless engine start stop button. Okay, so we'll lose the half zoom now, and then we'll progress around the body of the vehicle. So now we're approaching the offside rear, and at this stage of the video I get the camera nice and high, and I shimmy the camera all the way down the bodywork, hopefully showing you just how beautiful all the body panels are. So then I can slowly move that round to the offside rear wheel. This one comes with rear discs if you are interested. Again, give you a nice look at that wheel there. These are all gorgeous. I'm a big fan of these alloys. Moving ourselves around the rear of the vehicle, we have rear parking sensors, and they'll be complemented beautifully with a high definition reversing camera. Taking a step back now around to the near side, we're going to give it the exact same treatment. So I'm going to start nice and high, and I'm just going to slowly shimmy the camera down the near side of the body, demonstrating all the body panels. So the Active comes with a slightly higher suspension than the standard model, and you can also see we have a nice little trims around the wheels to protect the body. So we're going to follow this nice silver stripe all the way down to the near side front wheel, giving you a good look at that also. So that's the exterior taken care of. Now we can have a look inside the vehicle. So we have the unlock feature for the boot on the key, or we have it just to the left hand side of the camera. So one click of that will open up the boot. So the ever popular Ford Fiesta with a nice large volume boot space. So big enough for a few suitcases possibly, a couple of dogs, think of a zoo animal, let's have it, let's go for a baby lion. Can fit in a Ford Fiesta. You heard it here first, guys. Don't go to Cultures Zoo robbing their lines, they won't appreciate it. But if you did have a flat tyre after you've stolen a line, you need a spare wheel, and this is what the Fiesta gives you. So you've got a spare, that's 14 inches in diameter, a nice spare wheel with all the relevant tools and jacks included to help you get away from the zoo. So that's inside the boot. Let's have a look inside the rear. So opening up the rear door now, we obviously use the keyless entry to open the door, and what that means, after about 20 seconds it will lock the vehicle if you don't enter. So what you have to do is then unlock it via the key, because it's a safety feature. Okay, so have a look inside the interior on this beautiful Active. We have a leather, my apologies, a hard plastic on the door cards all the way around. We have 4 electric windows, so each door card gets a window control. Moving down to the floor area, we have the Active mats already installed, ready to go, and equally have this beautiful half leather, half suede Active interior, and it's all defined by this lovely blue stitching. You can see how comfortable and how durable that's going to be. If you were lucky enough to carry the kiddies around, you need some of these kiddie seats. We have an ISO fixing on the off side, and equally on the near side rear of the vehicle, so keep them nice and secure whilst in transit. So that's the exterior and the boot and the rear done. Let's have a look at all the goodies inside the driver's seat. But to begin, interior locking is found just next to the door handle. Your mirror controls are found just in front of all your window controls. Spinning the lens round once more, we can have a look at the driver and passenger seat. So again, we've got that nice ebony leather with the blue Active stitching, the Active pattern in the suede part down at the bottom and at the base. These are manually adjustable seats. You have a rear tilt adjustment, you have a height adjustment, and also a forward and backwards. I'm just going to jump inside the vehicle now, well, not literally, but I'm just going to get inside the vehicle, so you might hear a bit of distortion on my microphone, so please just bear with me for a second. Okay, now inside the vehicle, what we're going to do, we're going to try and find you a bit of shade. There we are, a bit of shade. I do apologise, that's not perfectly square, but there we are. So, automatic vehicle, we have an engine start-stop button. So with the foot on the brake, one click on that button, that will gain us power to the vehicle. And that wakes up this beautiful digital dashboard. So we're going to be controlling the dashboard using the arrows on the right-hand side of the steering wheel. I won't show you them because then I'll lose where I am in the shade. So the left-hand side of the screen, we have a coolant temperature sensor. We have an analog speedo around the outside with a digital speedo in the middle. At the bottom, we have the odometer. So the exact mileage on this vehicle is 126.4. Being an automatic vehicle, we need a gear selector indicator to let you know what gear you're in. So currently in park. We have an ambient air temperature sensor, we have a digital fuel gauge, and we also have the fuel gauge onto the right hand side. Also, we have an RPM times 1000. This counts the revolutions of the engine times 1000 revolutions of the crankshaft. And we have I've done too many of these today. A digital screen in the middle. We can control that again using the arrows on the right hand side of the steering wheel. Please let me assure you, it'll do much better than 22 mpg. We've just had this vehicle running, so it's gone down a little bit. We have tyre pressures there as well. So this vehicle currently has uneven tyre pressures, but let me assure you, this afternoon this vehicle is booked in for a used car mechanical prep. So we'll follow, I think it's 140 different individual points, so the tyre pressures will be rectified. Again, below we have different fuel economies and different chip computers. Also, Click on the menu button. We have different screens to select. We have the audio, navigation and phone in there as well. Come into settings, we've got things such as oil life, tyre pressure and local hazard information. So that's a bit about the screen ahead of us. I haven't showed you the party trick yet. Let me just put it there quickly. We have 5 selectable drive modes on this Fiesta, and when you click the mode button, it will change the aesthetic of the screen. So we have an eco, we have a sport, we have a slippery, a trial, and back to normal. But for example, let's go to sport mode. When you put it into sport mode, it'll go to a lovely reddy grey screen to give you a sporty intent when you're driving. So it's a very nice layout indeed. Okay, so looking at the steering wheel now, again those are the arrows I was using on the right hand side to control the screen. Just below them we have a voice command button, we have a previous, a next and a pick up and decline phone call function. I'll come back to this voice command in just a second. On the left hand side of the steering wheel is where you'll find all of the cruise controls. It's a very ergonomic place to keep it, so it's just on the side of your left thumb. So very easy to set your speed limiter and set your speed in the middle. Below on that cluster we have a volume minus, a volume plus and also a mute button. So that's the steering wheel taken care of, and that is where the engine start stop button is. And being a Ford as well, and being a highly encapsulated rated vehicle, we have the lane assist. So click on that button there, will turn on and off the lane keeping system. Some people love it, some people do not, so it's nice to have the option to adjust it. So we go look at the cup holders. We've got adjustable cup holders. Put your coffee in there, put your drinks bottle in there, it's not going to fall over. Very nice system. Don't understand cars that don't have cup holders. So we've got some lovely cup holders, a place to put your credit card. That's underrated, because if you're ever going abroad and you go through the tolls, everyone knows the scramble to get your card out when you're going for a toll. Avoided. Not so much in this country, just an example. The mode button to change the drive mode. We have traction control on and off, and we have automated start stop on and off. Here is the gear selector for the automatic gearbox. Very simple with the unlock feature at the front. We have there a 12 volt socket and a USB-A. The USB-A will deliver 2.1 amps of charging, but this one in particular is going to be used for your data connection. I'll come back to that in a second. These are the controls for the heating, ventilation and air conditioning. So fan speed to the left, temperature controls to the right. We have your demist functions at the top left, different flows of vents in the middle, recirculation and air conditioning can be found to the right hand side. At the bottom, this vehicle has the winter pack, so that includes 2 heated front seats, electronically heated windscreen and also a heated steering wheel. So those of you with the cold hands or the cold bums in the winter, no more. Looking upwards now, this vehicle has the Sync 3.4 screen. So it has the dark blue band at the bottom, so that is the uprated software. So this is effectively your home screen, so you can get a glimpse of the navigation, your audio and obviously your Bluetooth device will be pictured just below it. So if we go into audio to begin with, we can go into sources, and we have various different sources such as FM, DAB and Bluetooth audio. Next up is your Bluetooth, your phone connectivity. Then in the middle we have navigation. This is a fantastic Ford navigation. I'll give you a quick demonstration of how it all works. It couldn't be simpler. If you'd like to come to Perkins to look at this Fiesta, what you're going to need to do is click on the search box, wait for the keyboard to load, and you're going to type in Charlie Mike 776 Sierra Alpha. Click search. It'll speak to the GPSs in the sky and navigate you a route like so. And don't forget, when it said navigation on our screen previously, we can have the directions appear in front of us. Obviously I'm going to click start because it will start shouting at me and I'm already here. So if you wasn't a fan of the Ford navigation for whatever reason, don't worry, I won't be offended, but it's very good. You can also use the Apple Maps, Google Maps or Waze. So that is using Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. So whichever software you have on your mobile phone, plug it in using that USB port down there, using a USB charging cable, and take advantage of a lot of the features on your phone. So I've just mentioned navigation, but we have your music, for example. We have your text messaging, we have phone, all sorts on there. But my favourite feature, it activates the voice command. So personally, I'm an iPhone user, so I get Siri on my iPhone. And those that use Siri will know how good it is, and you can ask it to do anything you like. So when you're driving along, you need to make a phone call, click that, call home. Then you can send a text message to John, set navigation, what's the England score, I don't know, anything you like, but it's hands-free whilst you're doing it. So if you've got a smart computer in your pocket, take advantage of that bit of software and maximise what you can do with it. So it's a really nice feature to use. So I mentioned earlier we have a high definition reversing camera, so pop that into reverse. So that shows you with a nice park pilot, as you turn the steering wheel, that's going to navigate you. Sorry, the handbrake was on. That will navigate you in and out of any spaces beautifully. Now we also have the rear parking sensors. So the proximity sensor for that is on the top right hand side of the screen. So that will give you a frequent beep that will increase in intensity. The right way around. Yeah, will increase in intensity as you get closer to the object from the rear. Pop it back into park and we'll go back to the home screen. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you found it useful. If you need any help with your purchase, please give us a call on 01376 550 899. Please subscribe, like and leave us a lovely comment below. Thanks for watching. Speak soon.